I always give thanks to Almighty God for every opportunity to stand in this National Assembly and fully represent the people, the good people of constituency number 1, East Barstow. By extension, the entire country. And it is my intention to represent them so long as God blesses me with good health and strength. Mr. Speaker, whereas I wish to first say thanks to you personally for the kind sentiments and moral support you preferred earlier. I nonetheless stand in this august body with a heavy heart, Mr. Speaker. I stand with a sense of profound sadness, not just because my son was executed over a week ago, but because, Mr. Speaker, my attention was drawn to an article which is posted on the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party Facebook page, Mr. Speaker, with the caption, to wit, and I quote, "Minister Lieber's gun found at crime scene of his son, Michael." Mr. Speaker, the leader of the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party and the leader of Her Majesty's loyal opposition is one and the same person, the Right Honourable Dr. Denzel Llewellyn Douglas, the member from St. Christopher 6. Mr. Speaker, it is sad, very sad, Mr. Speaker, that the political party of those on the opposition benches have used the unfortunate and tragic loss of my son, Michael Yannick, Mitch, as his friends call him. They have used this unfortunate and tragic loss of my son to propagate falsehood, Mr. Speaker, by maliciously spreading an untrue statement on social media, Mr. Speaker. Sad, Mr. Speaker. And the web page reads, "For the good that we can do." That's what their web page reads. The logo reads, "For the good that we can do." Sad, Mr. Speaker. But, Mr. Speaker, this cock and bull story being peddled on the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party Facebook page is a blatant lie. But what else can we expect from a party that is led by a stranger to the truth for nigh 30 years, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, may I, for the record, here and now state categorically that I, Ian Patches, MacDonald Liburd, the elected representative of St. Christopher 1, East Bastille, I have never owned a gun. For that reason, Mr. Speaker, I can only conclude that the actions of those opposite are abominable, wicked, detestable. But one should not be surprised, Mr. Speaker, because the member opposite from St. Christopher 6 has claimed for a long time that he was bad since he born. So how can we, Mr. Speaker, in good conscience, how can we sit with the opposition, Mr. Speaker? How can we? How can we come together to fight the scourge of crime in this country, Mr. Speaker, when the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party and its leadership perpetually promotes this political tribalism? How can we, Mr. Speaker? In closing, Mr. Speaker, I must reiterate that I do not own a gun and have never owned a gun. May I, however, hereby reassure the constituents of East Bastille who sent me here, and by extension, may I reassure the entire Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis that this insidious attempt at my personal destruction will fail. It will fail, Mr. Speaker, because like the prophet Isaiah, I declare in the name of Almighty God and in the name of His Son Jesus Christ, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Mr. Speaker, I also declare, like the hymn writer Civilla Martin penned over 114 years ago, I will not be dismayed, although they lied. Those are my words, Mr. Speaker. I will not be dismayed, although they lied, because beneath His wings of love I abide. God will take care of me, Mr. Speaker. I know that. I believe that He will. May it please you, Mr. Speaker.
Stay up to date with news, programs, and activities of the government with SKNIS. Like us on Facebook. Listen to us on SoundCloud. Follow us on Twitter. And watch our videos on YouTube. Connect with us today. SKNIS, St. Kitts and Nevis Information Service.